If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
Terence Crawford recently shared his thoughts on the newly released training footage of boxing legend Canelo Alvarez. Known for his meticulous preparation and unwavering dedication, Crawford analyzed Canelo's intense training routines, sparking excitement among fans and fueling anticipation for a potential showdown between the two champions.
He went on the ring with Teddy Atlas.
What does that mean?
He said you're the most overrated Mexican champion in history. He said that Salvador Sanchez and
Más popular, pero sin causa. Fucking crazy, that guy. and you think he knows boxing? Fuck.
For the May fight, his fight in May, Dan, what's happening?
Yeah, listen, I think it's just a fluid situation. I don't think there's anything definitive one way or the other at this point. I mean, it's not a secret that that's a fight that's been discussed by a lot of us and by a lot of people in the sport for quite a while. Certainly, it's a fight that Turki Al-Sheikh from Saudi Arabia, Crawford, has been very vocal about wanting. Now, Canelo hasn't ever said he wanted the fight, kind of downplayed it to a certain degree. But it wasn't that long ago. I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, he was doing an appearance and he was asked about it and he didn't close the door on it. In the past, he sort of like closed the door on it. It was like, I'm not interested. He's like, listen, I'll talk to anybody and listen to what they have to say about the deal, any kind of deal. So in my mind, that sort of at least cracked open the door to have the conversation. Like he wasn't just saying, forget it in terms of work. And he looks and sees, who can I fight where I can make the biggest score?
The highly anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is set for September 2025, coinciding with Mexican Independence Day weekend. In this super middleweight title clash, Canelo will defend his WBC, WBA, and WBO belts against Crawford, who is making a bold leap from welterweight to 168 pounds.
Because Canelo Alvarez actually moved up and won. I mean, he moved up a lot of weight classes, but if you want to talk about light heavyweight, he moved up and he beat Kobe. Then he moved up again and he lost to Bill. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, he moves up to 154. He won 115, 113, but it was just an 11-0 Madrimov who didn't really have much of a resume, right? But there's a difference, to be real. I mean, Bivol is a Hall of Fame. Okay, this guy, all-time light heavyweight. It's a bit different. Canelo did knock out Kovalev when he did move up, okay? And Kovalev is a bigger challenge.
Alvarez, renowned for his power and tactical versatility, is widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford, a 4-division world champion, brings exceptional speed, precision, and adaptability to the ring. This thrilling clash of styles has fans eagerly anticipating what promises to be one of the biggest boxing events of the year.
He needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. The power's still there. The problem is, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
Canelo Alvarez stands as a dominant force in the super middleweight division, boasting an impressive professional record of 62-22. He has consistently showcased his ability to excel in higher weight classes, with his power, agility, and experience making him a formidable challenge for any opponent.
Floyd Mayweather at what? Were you 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people.
Canelo Alvarez's latest training footage has been creating a buzz in the boxing community ahead of his highly anticipated fight with Terence Crawford. The video captures Canelo's intense preparation and unwavering dedication.
Hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped, we'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove, you know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Showcasing his explosive power through rigorous strength and conditioning drills.
I'm saying at once.
Right.
I'm saying I started at 135. I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 168.
Right in one jump.
Yeah, in one jump.
It's a big jump too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
His speed and precision are evident as he delivers lightning-fast combinations and sharp footwork.
That he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I've not been against Terence Crawford with nobody. You got to show me that you can beat him.
In terms of at least American boxing, or in this side of the world, it's not like Tyson Fury and Joshua in the UK is still a huge fight. It doesn't mean a lot in the United States. Likewise, I don't think Canelo and Crawford is necessarily a huge fight in the UK, but here in the United States, it's probably the biggest fight that you could make of what's out there. He doesn't have a lot of guys in the super middleweight division that are going to be intriguing that much to the public, I don't think, right now. He's made it clear he's not interested to fight Benavidez. The Morrell fight was never even really a thing. Both of them have moved up. They're fighting each other on February 1st. And so if you put those guys out of the equation for the time being and you figure Canelo's going to fight in May, I've actually heard rumblings that maybe he won't fight the May date, but he might go in June. But either way, he's going to be back, you know, in the first part of the year. And you ask yourself, okay, who's out there where you can make a score against, right? I mean, you know, I guess he could fight a top super middleweight contender. Like, I mean, I'm not saying this is the fight, but you look at the ratings, Christian Mbili is the...
Additionally, the footage highlights his commitment to refining his technique, spending countless hours perfecting his...
Can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
No, look, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter.
Craft on the heavy bag and shadowboxing. Terence Crawford recently shared his thoughts on the newly released training footage of boxing legend Canelo Alvarez. Known for his meticulous preparation and unwavering dedication, Crawford analyzed Canelo's intense training routines, sparking excitement among fans and fueling anticipation for a potential showdown between the two champions.